All right, let's talk about health insurance. All right, welcome back to Leave the Trail, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. Today we're talking about something that I think is really important, and I think that usually gets overlooked. That gets overlooked a lot anyway, and that's health insurance while you're traveling, specifically for expats, nomads, long-term travelers. And not only that though, I'm going to talk about for the people that are short-term traveling, doing visitor trips, stuff like that as well. Health insurance is something that a lot of people don't consider super important. They think that it's unnecessary, it's overly expensive, it's not something that they need to worry about. And other people just don't even think about it because they've had health insurance in many countries and they just don't think, they never go to the hospital, so they never think about getting it. But I personally believe that it's something really important, and I think it's a necessity, and it's something you have to look at when going to a country, especially going to a country for long term. So today I'm going to go through the options that I know of, that I have either tried or friends of mine have tried, that I think you should look at when looking at doing a nomadic lifestyle, starting to become an expat, traveling for long term, or even just going somewhere new for a little bit longer of a period of time. I think these are health insurance plans that you should look at. All right, let's get going. The first plan I'm going to mention here is Cigna Global Insurance. Now, I'm mentioning this plan first for two reasons. One, I've heard excellent things about it. I have researched it and their plan is excellent. It's very comprehensive, all that. But on top of that, I have a friend who used this plan and he said he was just incredibly happy with it. They were quick, fast response. They had everything taken care of for him, so I think it deserves a spot on this list. So Cigna Global Insurance was one of the first companies that offered health insurance to expats and to people working remotely outside of their own country. And this plan is best for people that are non-US citizens. That's just because there's so many plans in the US and they're quite comprehensive and everything, but this one is one of the best ones I'd recommend for people outside of the US. Now, this plan is great for many reasons. One, it offers excellent comprehensive insurance in almost every country, and it's pretty easy to get and sign up for. Second is something I think is really important and I always look for in an insurance plan, and that is it has different levels and different scales of insurance. So it has different basis on what you think you need, and on top of that it has modules, so you can add and remove things as you wish. So you can add stuff that you know you're going to need or is important to you, and then you can remove things and don't have to worry about paying for stuff that you know you're not going to use, maybe maternity insurance or something like that. If you're a male, probably not something that's really important to you. Another reason Cigna is so popular with expats is that they have excellent relationships and excellent access to international doctors and hospitals. So wherever you are, you can be assured that they're going to have someone there you can go to. They're going to have a connection to the hospital or somewhere you can go and get the full coverage and don't have to worry about, am I covered at this hospital? Is this somewhere I need to go? They have an excellent network of that, so it's not something you really need to worry about. The price of Cigna really depends on what you're doing, where you're going, what country you're from, what country you're going to, and on top of that, what you're adding and subtracting from the plan. But I can assure you that the plan is very competitive and you're going to get a great, full, comprehensive plan for the price you're paying. So nothing to worry about there. All right, the second plan or company is something you might have already heard of, and that's Allianz. Some people call it Alliance, but it doesn't really matter. Allianz is one of the world's leading healthcare providers for international travelers and expats, everything like that. This company is absolutely huge and would be best for people who are looking for the backing of one of the world's largest companies. Allianz has been operating for around 130 years, serving 85 million customers, and one of the great things is that they have branches in 26 different countries around the world. So they know what expats and long-term travelers are looking for and know what we really need, and they know how to help us and make us feel comfortable and secure while traveling. Some of the things that are really highlighted and really exceptional about Allianz is that they have 24-hour customer service for anything, claims, for medical reasons, for legal advice, anything like that, pretty much anything you need. And they have an excellent app, which is somewhere you'll be able to handle all your claims, put all your stuff through, see your plan, everything like that. It can all be handled through the app, which, is really helpful and I think is a big plus because it keeps you off the phone and you're going to get a fast service direct right there, all clear and done. This plan is great because they offer stuff for both short-term and long-term travelers, as well as specifically for expats and people relocating outside of their home country. Another reason Allianz is great is they offer affordable plans, being three of the main ones: Care, Care Plus, and Care Pro, I believe they're called. Of course, these vary in price and coverage as you go up, Care being the most basic and Care Pro being a more comprehensive and probably pretty much the top notch you can get. Finally, they have many available add-ons such as dental care, maternity care, and outpatient treatment, which makes Allianz really stand out. And it might be one of those things that really makes you choose this company, as they have a huge backing, a huge history, and a gigantic network. So you can pretty much rest assured that whatever you are going to be doing and wherever you are, Allianz will be there to help you and cover you for whatever you need. Okay, the third one is one that I've personally used and I think is great and really easy. That is World Nomads. Now, World Nomads is probably specifically designed for backpackers, expats, and adventure travelers. This insurance plan is great for many reasons. One, it's super easy to sign up. You go right to their website. They're really easy to make claims, and they offer pretty good comprehensive insurance. Again, this plan is going to be best for people who want to do adventure, extreme sports, stuff like that. I signed up for World Nomads when I went to Australia, and I got the coverage for everything: mountain biking, surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling. You can literally select anything you want. I think they have around 150 extreme sports and adventure activities. A lot of people have fears that when they do an adventure sport or an extreme sport, that their plan is not going to cover it. Now, with World Nomads, you have that option to select. You know you're going to New Zealand and you're going to be doing hiking and mountain biking. You just click those on, add them to your plan, and you know that's not a problem. If you ever break your leg, get hurt, have an accident, whatever, doing one of those sports, you know you're going to be covered. Another reason World Nomads is great is that you can select just an individual country you're going to for coverage, or you can select their worldwide option, which makes sure that you're covered pretty much in any country you're going to. Anything you're doing is going to be covered. On top of that, their plans offer included basic travel insurance, so like baggage loss, flight cancellation, delays, stuff like that, which is, an added bonus. Again, World Nomads is probably more designed for like the younger backpacker, and I would recommend it for countries more like Australia, New Zealand, maybe Asia, and stuff like that. If you're going to Europe, I would recommend one of the other plans, just because you're doing less extreme sports most likely, and those plans generally have a stronger footing in that location. And the fourth and final recommendation I'm going to give you for insurance plans is actually not one specific plan, but it's something that I think you should look into, and that's local travel insurance. If you are doing stuff like I do and I have done in the past, you're going on a working holiday, whether that's to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere in Europe, stuff like that, I would look into local plans, as a lot of the time these local plans might be cheaper and they might only cover the things you need. The reason these plans are cheaper is that they don't have to worry. They're tailored towards people in the country. They only work in the country, and they're not focused on any extreme sports or any traveling, and they don't have to worry about locating hospitals and stuff like that for you. So these plans are great if you're going to be staying primarily in one country. You're going to be covered. One great one I was with in Australia was called Bupa. Bupa was awesome, very affordable, easy to sign up. They had a great app. I never ended up using it, but Michelle actually went to the hospital because she hit her head one time. I actually dropped her on her head. She was fine. She had a very mild concussion, but she went to the hospital and she was able to submit all her forms through Bupa, and I think she got pretty much everything back, full responses, money back in a couple weeks, 2 weeks, something like that, which is great. And that plan was much cheaper than these other international travel plans because it was local, it was right in the country, and all you need for these plans is to be a working holiday or a tax resident or something like that. I think they do actually also offer options for visitors, but that's not something I've gone into. All right, so there are hundreds of companies and plans and services that provide travel, medical, health insurance around the globe for travelers, for short term, all this kind of stuff. These are just the plans that I not only know about, but I know people who have used, and I've heard good things, and the ones that I know can be trusted based on my experience and the experience of my friends. I would look into these ones first, but then also look into your medical insurance. If you're with a company or you're with a certain insurance already, like if you're a US citizen and you have an insurance, chances are you can just add travel insurance to your original homeland plan. But if you're looking for something specifically you're outside, or you're from like Canada like me, where we don't have health insurance, it's part of the government, it's part of our taxes, then you need to look at health insurance, and it's something I would look into for sure. Health insurance, yes, it can get expensive. Yes, you may never use it, right? Like me, haven't actually used it yet. But everything I do, I know I'm covered. I have that security, and it's something that I don't travel without. All right, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Alex Joseph. Thank you for turning in to Leave the Trail. If you like this video and you want to see more travel-related photography, adventure-type content, consider liking and subscribing. It's much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, cheers.